Hey there. Today's road to 50 million is about focus. And I've talked a little bit about that before. And I use this background here of a warrior of some kind on the top of a mountain, having accomplished something. And the road to 50 million, if you haven't watched another one, is about my commitment this year from October 14 to October 14. So a month's gone by already. I'm committed to reach 50 million people and to help 50 million people to discover their gifts and to serve with their gifts. Some of those will be people that want to make money and create a business. Some just want to help and they love helping people. And I hear that a lot, and I'm sure you do too. I'm sure you feel it. We all are feeling that. So the thing about focus that I wanted to talk about today is I've got this commitment. 1 month is gone, so I've got 11 months left. A bunch of fabulous things are underway. I just started the actual writing. I did the outline before, but I started writing a book this morning, which I'm really excited about. It's the third and final volume of the Tightrope trilogy. And if you followed before, there's Tightrope of Depression and then Down from the Gallows, and those are on Amazon. This is the final volume of that, and I started this morning. The outline's been done for some time. But anyway, on the road to 50 million, helping 50 million people to identify, to find gifts that they have, and then to serve, to make the choice, have the courage to serve with them in more and more profound ways. I picked that goal because I love helping. That is the greatest joy that I've ever had in my life. Have people, sometimes clients, sometimes just people I talk to, and be in a position to create miracles with them and for them. Be in a position to acknowledge and who they are as divine beings with infinite capabilities. So I see that, I know it, and the ability to, or the opportunity, the wonderful opportunity to help with that is just that's my goal, 50 million. So the truth of that, for me at least, is there's way, way, way more things than I can do. Ideas are all over the place. I see some things other people are doing and think, ooh, that would be fun. Or a version of that would be fun. Or, I could do it this way or that way. And so those ideas just come, right? Like when you interact with people and talk and learn and read and all that stuff. Then there's all the things that you are supposed to do, whatever that means, your commitments. And then there are people all over the place that ask for help, some big asks and some small. So recently, someone asked me if I would play the piano during a Christmas party that's coming up on December 3rd, 2 or 3 weeks. Well, I love to play the piano, so I said yes. And that's going to be a lot of fun. I enjoy doing it. It's going to be Christmas music, which there's a lot of hymns that we have in the hymn book, plus there's all kinds of songs, Santa Claus is coming to town and Rudolph and, the Christmas song, Chestnuts Roasting, and all those kinds of things be fun to play. And I enjoy it. So I said yes to that. But there's always more things than you can do or I can do, more people that need help. Sometimes requests are just because someone knows you can do something and it's solving a problem for them. And that's not bad. It's just another thing. So when focus, how am I going to pick? How do you pick? Because I know you have a mission. I don't know what your mission is. I wish you'd tell me. I'm inviting you to tell me because one of the things I know about 50 million is I'm not going to do it alone. So I've got people working on television shows. I've got people working on podcasts. I've got people working on my YouTube. I'm working on all those. I just started a book this morning that will be finished inside this year time frame. Probably be finished by January. Won't be out till spring, but it'll be finished by January. And there's too many things to do. So we have to have some way to, we don't have to. I guess you can just do whatever's handy in front of you right now. And that may be a goal. And maybe how a person chooses to live their life. Because I have a goal like 50 million, I need more focus and clarity than that. And I need to have a plan, although it changes. So, what are the criteria? Well, I was having a conversation with a client this morning, a text conversation, and he talked about all these things. And he's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant beyond belief at coming up with ideas and ways to do the things that he's about. And then he said, I have to weigh them against, and he listed several things, and I don't remember all of them, but I thought about what are the things that I use to decide which ones to pick? Well, is it fun? So, like the Christmas playing, it's fun for me because I enjoy playing. Sometimes I wonder, is it finishable? How long will it take? Is it something I do in a day, a week? Is it a month? Is it a year-long project? Like 50 millions a year. Is it profitable? And profitable means making money. So depending on what you do as a business and how you're using your gifts, there are people all over the place that will trade money for your gift, for your services. You may want to just give it away, and so you may need another way to create, food and shelter and take care of other commitments that you have. But is it profitable is one question. Another question is it easy or is it hard? Do I have to learn a bunch of stuff? Do I have to study for a while? Do I have to coordinate a bunch of people? How hard is it to do? Another one is it impactful? Like for me, in my road to 50 million, is it going to really help me move down that road and how much? And what's the payoff period? Is it not going to see a result for 6 months? Or is there going to be some noticeable difference moving the needle next week? And another one is it joyful? And I know I said fun, but fun is sort of a one kind of thing, and joyful is that deep, soul-filling satisfaction. Is it that? And then the last one I listed is it someone else's ask? Like people ask us, each of us, to do stuff all the time because it solves a problem for them. And a lot of times those asks come without any thought, consideration, or knowledge of what's going on in our lives for that period of time, or even if someone does a big ask, right, that might take weeks or months. So those are the things that I wrote. There's 7 of them, and I'm sure that that's not all, but that's the criteria that I use. And then I looked at the criteria and I thought, okay, wait a minute. I can't just have 7 things. They are different weights, right? Because if I just have 7 things and whether I write them down or they're just in my mind, they're a different weight. So I might think fun is the most important one right now. So I looked at those and I thought, yeah, the most important one for me is, does it matter? Is it impactful? Is it going to move my needle? Because my life commitment right now for this year is to help 50 million people to learn who they are, discover their gift, and choose to serve, and to help them eliminate the barriers, the stories that get in the way of all of us doing that. So that's my first priority. Is it impactful? Is it going to matter? And so that's the first hurdle when I schedule my day, when I do anything else. And then there's a couple of others. If it's impactful, then automatically that qualifies as joyful because that's who I've chosen to be. Easy doesn't play a role for me. I don't care if it's easy or hard. I love learning things. So, I've had to learn to do all kinds of stuff in Premiere Pro and the Adobe Suite and with video editing. I've been an audio engineer for a long time. So easy doesn't matter. Profitable matters some because in order to publish books and distribute them and make a difference, there's cash that I need to do certain things. So that's in there. And yeah, I'm not trying to tell you at all how to prioritize what you say yes to. But what I am saying is if you want to accomplish a goal, my road to 50 million, I have to sort out all of the things that take time because time is 24 hours, right? That's it. We have 168 hours in a week. We have 24 hours in a day, 86,400 seconds in a day. And I choose to be responsible for them. That doesn't mean I don't take time for fun. Of course I do. But I choose to do everything on purpose. And I love that because then I can feel like I'm leaning into the goal that I have. So as I focus, and what I notice is the more I'm doing this, the more I'm putting the 50 million out there and talking about it, the more incoming mail, Facebook messages, phone calls, and things I get from people who want to help or people that have ideas about how they could help or sell me something to help or whatever. And I love that, but it's got to measure all those criteria. And so as a result of this conversation I had with the client and as a result of thinking about the 50 million goal that I have, I was thinking how to focus because I'm going down this road. It's all I do every day. And it's on purpose because that's who I've decided to be. So this is my invitation to you. Again, if you'd like to help, please let me know. Reach out. If you have an idea about how to do this, how to reach 50 million, and by reach, I mean encourage and impact them to acknowledge their own capability and divinity, because that's a big shift for some, to find or engage in a process to find the gifts that they have, and then to make a choice to serve with those gifts. My discovery is by doing those things, everything else seems to take care of itself. Profitability does, money comes, opportunities come. Maybe the old Zig Ziglar, who's gone now, used to say, or is credited with saying, you can have anything you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want. And that's part of this service thing. Other stuff just happens, and I love that. So if you want to help, let me know. If you have a journey that you're on, if you have a goal, I'd like to know what that is. Maybe there's some mixing and support we can offer each other. But I'm going to be this dude. At the end of the year, I'm going to be standing on a real or imaginary mountain peak. And I don't know how the measurement's going to be, but I'm going to know in some way that I have accomplished this objective because I love you. And I want to pour that love over your soul like warm sunshine. You are divine. And the world feels like it's darker and darker. Political divisiveness, war, inflation, poverty, sadness. And at the same time, I feel this upwelling that's happening too. I feel it. I talk to other people that feel it. And I think it is needed, it's good, and I'm just embracing that fully. Here are the things that I'm doing. I've got a television show right now. The season's called Creative Save the World. I've got one or two more episodes to shoot, and then that'll be up. And I'll put information about how to find that because it's on apps all over the world, and it'll be in 190 countries. I've got a podcast, 700 and I think 715 episodes right now. I've shot up to I think 725 or 6. And that's about your ultimate life. Check that out. If you have an idea about that or if you want to be a guest, let me know. And I'm writing books and I help people write books. So I want to support your mission, your purpose, your goal. And I'm going to do that and reach mine. And I achieve focus by creating myself every day. I'll go over that maybe tomorrow. How do I create myself every day? I mentioned that the other day, but I have a very rigorous process that I've developed now over years of work that creates me every morning. I am a new creation today, brand new creation, on fire and ready to do this objective. Why? Because I said so. It's my calling and it burns in my heart. You have a mission and purpose too. I hope you're doing it, and I'd love to help you achieve that focus and create the results you want, no matter what they are, because you can have anything you want if you make the choice to be the person that creates it. Who you're being. That's everything. Every single thing, who you're being. Because when you're clear about who you're being and you be that person, what you do is easy. It's like, gravity. You do that because you are a thing, right? Thank you for sharing this with me. Even if for just a moment, I'd love to hear from you. And I will see you tomorrow.